To me, this is the look of downtown New York in the 90s in a huge way.
That kind of idea of modern armour or warrior-esque aesthetic, something that I guess is just innately woven into the things that we do.
It was just thinking it was going to take the world by storm. None of this. It was like personal. I'm doing this. I'm going to be till the world catch up on me.
Martin Margiela, when he started in 1988, was very repelled by the fashion in the 80s.
I think that the aim or the drive of the brand is and will always be communication, connecting people in different disciplines and realities, subcultures. Yeah, it's a brand that's not about the clothes in itself. It's about attitudes and about connecting with youth and with subcultures.
I would say hallelujah, and I would say hallelujah actually, but because it's the kind of thing that, again, as I said, they were in genius then and they're genius now, and maybe they were so far ahead that now the world has caught up, as we were saying, about in terms of being unisex, about being futuristic and being timeless in a way too. And in a way, they're the ultimate sustainable fashion in that it's the kind of thing that you buy and you can have forever and you would wear forever, as opposed to something disposable that this season it's all about a big blazer, or this season it's all about like a skinny pant. But these are the opposite of those. These are amazing items that last forever and stay in style forever. So
well, hopefully coming out of a global pandemic, it's very similar feeling to a global recession in that everybody has this uncertainty of what the future will look like. The idea of coming out of, the past 18 months, 2 years of what we've had, I think it is important for people to have a sense of power and kind of resistance and, whether or not that's arming them for the future or kind of arming them against what's kind of gone before them. I think warrior's kind of a perfect character to embody right now because, it's an uncertain time, and I think we need warriors.
Certainly was a reaction on the fashion of things that were happening. Especially for me, we moved way before in LA, and it's why I started to do some clothes. It's because people were or in their short and t-shirt or in a full glamour that I found at that time very, very obnoxious, of red carpet. And the big change was with Rick clothes, even if there is a skirt and a train and everything, they wear day and night. That was a philosophy that you have always to be, and I think it is there. That is not for the occasion. And they get on some people for the occasion, but they are not seen this way. That was the philosophy of it. And I think it still is. That there is the way you feel, there is the thing you do, but you are not like, in a department to have something like this is for event and this is for you to live in.
What's making Martin Margiela different from other designers is his consistency in his work. He's someone who worked with constraints every time. And when working with him, I learned so much about how doing an exhibition, how appreciating a work of a designer, and how consistency is like pure gold for now. And that explains a lot how strong his work is, because he worked with this lot of constraints, and all these pieces you listed are linked with this idea of surprise, of course, because they're all linked with this idea of surprise, because Martin Margiela wanted to surprise people, he wanted to surprise himself first. And this idea of surprise is major to trying to understand Martin Margiela, because he wanted to surprise the public and the women for each collection.
The aim or the drive of the brand is and will always be communication, connecting people, connecting different disciplines and realities, subcultures. It's a brand that's not about the clothes in itself. It's about attitudes and about connecting with youth and with subcultures. I think Raf will always be interested in how a young kid sees the collection, and I think the chance that he will ask somebody from my age or older, hey, what do you think about the collection, is rather small, but for sure he would love to know the opinion from a young kid about what you think about this collection, etc.